And this base is not Dutch, it's NATO. They call it security, I call it a suicide pact with the arms industry. Because what happens inside that fence affects everything outside it. In this sense, Leeuwarden represents a sacrifice zone, but we are not silent, we talk, we march, we sing and organize. A few kilometers behind me is Leeuwarden Air Base, one of the most active, most toxic and most symbolically important NATO military sites in Northern Europe. Because what happens inside that fence affects everything outside it. Our water, our soil, plants and animals, our reproductive health, our children's health, and our planet. The deafening sound of those aircraft taking off and flying low over the poorest neighborhoods of our city is a daily reminder of war and suffering all over the globe, and of the future illness their toxic waste will cause. Leeuwarden Air Base is not a sleepy base, it's a frontline NATO hub. It's home to Dutch F-35 stealth fighters, the most expensive and deadly jets in the Alliance arsenal. It also houses a 322nd Squadron, which is permanently on standby for NATO's rapid reaction forces. The United States military is embedded here, US F-35s and helicopter units regularly deployed to Leeuwarden. And this base is not Dutch, it's NATO. And NATO is, of course, an extension of US military strategy in Europe. For decades, the military used toxic firefighting foam containing PFAS, forever chemicals, during training exercises. These chemicals do not break down in nature. They accumulate in soil, groundwater, fish, livestock, and in human blood. In this sense, Leeuwarden represents a sacrifice zone, a community, Friesland, whose land and water are being poisoned to facilitate NATO's offensive readiness. So, the toxic soil is dug up and shipped across the border to Belgium. We export our poison, we outsource our environmental crime. And that's not an accident, it's the normal functioning of a military system that treats ecological health as disposable. A walking, biking and skating tour around the entire perimeter of the airbase, all saying no more flights, no more poison, no more war. Next week, we are doing it again. Under the Stop Rearm Europe banner, multiple organizations are coming together for a major demonstration in Leeuwarden. Because right now, NATO and European Union are ramping up military spending to levels not seen since the Cold War. NATO power staring up the peaceful skies, fighter pilots ready to destroy thousands of lives. American warheads authorize the threat. More pollution, more weapons, more war, more murder, more profit. That's the plain truth of what happens here. Punk is not just music for me, it is the sound of not accepting things. It's fast, angry, joyful, and collective. It makes resistance feel possible. Even fun, even beautiful. Next week we'll be in the streets of Leeuwarden, and this week we'll be rehearsing with a choir to sing at the demonstration, and after that we will keep going. The demonstration that we're organizing is under the banner of Stop Rearm Europe, which we're organizing with many different peace movements here in Leeuwarden.